What's going on, guys? Smash Bros. Pro 33 here, and I'm sorry I didn't bring you guys this on the 25th of December like I promised, and I'm sorry that this isn't going to be a two-part special. The reason is I was asking Cody about a nuke roulette match, but we never really got to it. Just like I didn't really get to my narrating because all this stuff just happened. Like when I narrated, my phone kept ringing, so I couldn't narrate. I was halfway through the narration, and someone called, and I was just like, screw this, I didn't want to narrate it then, and now it's 2 days later. Hopefully I can get this narration through all the way. And anyway, let's get this team preview stuff started. So this is a Christmas team match against GreenScrafty. Threats on his team, the only thing I can really see as a huge threat is the Articuno, because I honestly have nothing besides Ampharos that can 2-hit KO it, I think. And once I lose Ampharos, then I don't really have a whole lot to touch said Articuno. And the rest of his pokes seem fairly easy to manage. And that's pretty much it. So without further ado, let's get on with the match, shall we? So Rudy is going to lead off with his Sawsbuck, as I decided to lead off with my Abomasnow just to get the hail up first turn. It really doesn't matter because we're both running hail. Because honestly, it wouldn't be a Christmas themed team without the hail. So I'm going to go for Brick Break as he decides to set up the sub. By the way, it looks this is a sub Swords Dance Sawsbuck, just because he subbed on the first turn. So I'm able to pretty much thwart his plan for now, but he's going to switch out to his Articuno. I'm just going to go for the second Brick Break, not wanting to over-predict. And I don't really know if I was going to predict Articuno to come in anyway, but he took that really well. And he's probably a special ball as opposed to physical, because Ice is not the best physically defensive typing. But either way, I'm going to bring in Ampharos on the Toxic, which kind of sucks because that means the one thing that can honestly hit this Articuno very hard is, well, it's not crippled, but it's on a timer basically. So he's going to switch out, go into his Pikachu, hoping to get the Lightning Rod boost for me going straight for the Thunderbolt, but I'm going to go for the Agility on the switch, which means I outspeed everything on his team, or so I think. So this Pikachu's in here. I just decided I'm going to go for the Focus Blast and hopefully hit something. If he wants to switch, okay, someone's going to take a Focus Blast. If not, then the Pikachu will be OHKO'd. So you're going to bring in his Cryogonal here. I missed the first Focus Blast, which really sucks, and as you can see, that will end up coming into play later. Because the toxic damage is starting to rack up, and he's going to go for the Blizzard. And because he outspeeds me, that automatically is just that red flag that says, hey, I am a Choice Scarf Cryogonal, which I have never seen, and honestly, I might give that thing a shot because it does have really good speed and good special attack. So I can see it working as a Scarf Sweeper kind of thing. But anyway, now I am going to bring in my Abomasnow, hopefully get off an Ice Shard to pick off its remaining HP, but he makes the smart play, goes into his Articuno, as I do go for the Ice Shard. Because this thing is Choice Banded, I know that even if that Cryogonal had HP investment, I would be able to knock it out because his defenses are bad. So I am going to switch, go into my Stoutland. I guess I wanted to status it in some sort of way, maybe coax a switch, because I don't want this Articuno hitting me here at all. And I've lost my Ampharos, which really sucks, because now the only way I can whittle this thing down is Toxic Stall it, and as you will see, that won't even happen, because this Articuno basically walls my entire Christmas team, barring Ampharos, and even my stupidity to fodder it off the Toxic or whatever, what's it called? Anyway, he's gonna hit me with an Ice Beam, and I hit it with a Thunder Wave. I got a little sidetracked for a second. I'm gonna switch out here, go into my Wall Rain, hopefully to take this thing out with a couple of Hidden Power Electrics, because now that is slower, and the fact that I quad resist its stab move, or its Ice Beam. I have seen Ice Beam and Toxic, and I think I saw Roost. I'm not entirely sure. But anyway, I'm going to set up a sub as he switches into the Sawsbuck. Not a big deal because I know I can kill this thing off with an Ice Beam basically, because I know that, what's his face? I can take the Horn Leech because I set up a sub, and I can go for the Ice Beam and take the Sawsbuck out, which is very good for me because that thing is out of here, which gives my Wolverine a little more leeway. Oh my god, I really had to yawn there. I'm sorry. So anyway, in comes this Munchlax. I am going to switch into my Frostlass to get off some confusion, and if he's a Rest Talk set, like I thought he was, then he can't touch my Frostlass because it'd be Curse, Rest Talk, and Body Slam, which is completely walled by any sort of ghost type. But as you will see, in this case, it's not, because he decides to stay in number 1, which tells me he probably has a coverage move to take on ghosts. So it could be Crunch, it could be Fire Punch. I don't know why I was staying in, going for Blizzard, hoping to get a little more damage than I did. But that did a pitiful amount of damage. Maybe I was banking on the freeze, I don't know. My phone is ringing and I don't care. I'm getting this narration done. I am going to go out into my Abomasnow as he actually breaks through the confusion and demolishes my Abomasnow with a +1 Fire Punch. I was honestly expecting him to carry Crunch instead, specifically for the ghost types. Maybe he carries both, I don't know. I don't think we see anything else from this Munchlax, as I'm going to Toxic it with my Glaceon. This is my physically defensive Glaceon with Wish, Protect, Toxic, and Ice Beam. I have to change that to Blizzard really soon, because I love using this thing in NU. I mean, I haven't used it on Wi-Fi, but I've used it in PS, and it is so potent in Hailstall. I mean, look at this. He took the Fire Punch really well, and that's a crit. And just Glaceon is just a monster. I mean, that base 110 defense, coupled with an HP stat, I mean, 334s, okay. And I managed to Toxic Stall it out. So that was the only way I was going to be able to take down that Munchlax, honestly. And as you see, this Abomasnow carries Hidden Power Fire. So yeah. Anyway, I'm going to go for the Wish here, because I knew that this Abomasnow could hit me once, and my Glaceon could probably live any sort of hit that it wants to go for. So he's going to switch out here, go into his Pikachu, as I just go for the Protect just to be safe. If he wanted to go for another HP Fire, I really don't care, because once again, I protected. But anyway, Glaceon is going to get more than half of its HP back with the Ice Body and leftovers and whatnot. So now this Pikachu is going to set up a sub. I say no to those shenanigans. I am just going to go straight for the Ice Beam, because I know what these Pikachus tend to do. I mean, I don't know if it's physical or special yet, but I am not going to try and find out by letting it set up. So Glaceon is just about at full already, and Rudy just decides to sack his Pikachu. He's going to go for the Nasty Plot. He could have went for T-Bolt in his hindsight, I guess, but I don't know. Whatever, it's just a Christmas tier match. I really don't care all that much, and he probably doesn't either. But anyway, he's going to bring in his Cryogonal now. I cannot touch this thing at all, and he actually surprises me by carrying the Flash Cannon, which I knew Cryogonal could carry potentially, but I didn't honestly see it coming at all. And he gets a crit there, which I know for a fact mattered, because I mean, I'm max HP and I'm just foddering off stuff. Maybe I could take a hit with Frostlass. Hopefully, yes, I do take it. Maybe he's running Timid Scarf, I'm not sure, but I'm just gonna go for the Thunder Wave here, cripple the Cryogonal, and I know I can outspeed it even if his Scarf, because Frostlass has good base speed in general. And I'm just gonna hit that thing with a Hex, and that is gonna be GG Cryogonal. So yeah, that's good for me, because now my Frostlass is faster than his entire team. He's going to bring in his Abomasnow, and much to my surprise, this thing is Scarfed too. So he's going to hit me with that Hidden Power Fire again, but I get the Cursed Body Hacks, which means that that thing is crippled. If it wants to struggle, go ahead, I don't really care. I'm going to bring in Blubber here, as he is actually going to go for the struggle. Not really too sure why. He could have switched in his Articuno, but then again, I wall that thing because I have Substitute. If I had Toxic, I could have won this match, but I brought my offensive Walrein as opposed to my Stallrein, because sub 3 attacks Walrein is the face of NU, let's be serious here. So I'm just going to go for the Ice Beam here on these switch into Articuno. That does maybe a 5th, maybe. But this is just, it's gonna be long, because he's gonna switch out here, go into his Abomasnow again. He needs to break the sub in order to beat my Wall Ring, because he would otherwise have to go for Ice Beam, which is probably his only attacking move. And yeah, oh yeah, that's his whole rule set: Toxic, Heal Bell, Roost, and Ice Beam. And since I quad resist his Ice Beam, I'm not gonna be breaking my sub anytime soon. In combination with thick Bat, and it's gonna take quite a few hits to bring me down 25%. But I could have subbed down to the point where he takes himself out with recoil or something. I don't even know. But when push comes to shove, very simply put, this Arcuno is going to Toxic Stall me out because, well, he has Toxic and I don't, and he has Roost, which he reveals, and all I can do is hit this thing with Surfs. I don't know why I didn't run at this point, because I knew it was game over, but whatever. Because, like, he just had to play it this way, because otherwise he would have lost. Because I think I am up 2-1 at this point, but all he can do to me is Ice Beam now, and just Roost Stall me, wait for my Wall Ring to die to the Toxic, and all that good stuff. So, yeah, that's going to be pretty much the rest of the game. As you can see, I sped this thing up to quadruple speed, which is about as fast as I can go without it skipping frames, I think, something to that degree. I mean, if I sped it up any faster, it would probably be skipping, but anyway, down goes my Wall Ring. All I have left is Stoutland, which is Toxic, and I'm just going to go for the Yawn. I don't care, I'm going to die next turn anyway. So that was good game, GreenScrafty. I hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And happy holidays to everyone. And until next time, Smash Bros. Pro 33 signing out.